Yes, ma'am.
Can you afford your own attorney?
No, ma'am.
Okay, we'll appoint the public defender. Does the state have a recommendation of bail?
Yes, Your Honor, the state is asking for $25,000, but the state would like it to be known that we are supportive of figuring out a release plan in this case. Should the defendant bond out, we ask that he be placed immediately into pretrial supervision with GPS and alcohol and drug monitoring, with standard conditions and no contact with or ownership of animals. Your Honor, this defendant has some issues that we're looking into getting evaluated. He has no criminal history, but this was, as you know, a very violent and scary offense, and he was living with the victim at the time, so we really can't go home at this point without supervision and services in place.
And Ms. Boyer?
Your Honor, Mr. Durham would ask for a reduced bond. We don't have an exact number, but we'd ask the court to consider something in the neighborhood of maybe $1,000 to $5,000, considering that he does have a criminal history. He does have, however, a history of some mental health issues, particularly PTSD. There's obviously also some drug use alleged. So in addition to that bond, we would ask or suggest to the court that conditions addressing those matters, including name bracelet, getting involved with mental health services, which he obviously intends to do anyway, would be imposed that would address the concerns that the court has.
Okay, so there's no direct or indirect contact with the alleged victim. Is that expressway address where the alleged victim lives?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
So,
And Your Honor, I guess I would just bring up that the complaint doesn't give a name, but we suspect the person being alluded to is his mother. And so, you know, that's kind of a difficult situation where he has mental health issues. I suspect she might want him to get help with those, but if they're prohibited from any kind of contact, that'll stop that from being able to happen. I'd ask the court to reconsider that.
for right now, there's no contact. This can change. But for right now, there's no contact. And you're restrained from 4310 Expressway. There's no alcohol, no drugs. Remain in Missoula County. Stay in weekly contact with your public defender. Appear personally at your scheduled court appearances. Obey all laws. You're not to have any weapons. You may be screened for pretrial supervision. You may be monitored for alcohol and drugs through the SAP program. If you're released